Well, hey, welcome to Billy's Books. I have read another Star Wars book. That's right. This one's called Phasma, as in Captain Phasma, as in the lady stormtrooper who is really, really badass. She's also has the same rank as Captain Cardinal. Captain Cardinal is in this book interrogating a resistance spy about Captain Phasma. So that is kind of the framework for this book, is an interrogation. So the majority of the book, Phasma, is a flashback to about 10 years before the current movies, or episodes 7 and 8. So this is somewhere in that region. It's clearly it's before episode 8, but whether it's episode 7 before or during or after episode 7, I'm not so sure. I'm guessing probably a hair before episode 7 or between episode 7 and 8. Anyway, so Cardinal is interrogating this spy about Phasma because he has a thing against her. The majority of the book is the flashback, as I was just saying, to a planet called Parnassos, which is where Phasma grew up. It was once a big industrial planet that was being exploited by the powers of industry. But they screwed up and they destroyed the planet, so the planet is slowly dying, and most of the people are gone except for a few struggling clans or whatever who are trying to survive with what's left over, which means broken machinery and a dying environment. Anyway, so the she's not Captain Phasma, she's just Phasma with her clan. They see a ship go down and they go after it. They have to cross another clan's land to get to it, which creates its own dispute. And on the way, they actually run into the person who is in that ship, who is Brendel Hux, General Brendel Hux, father of General Armitage Hux. General Armitage Hux is the General Hux that we see in the movies, the young redhead. Brendel Hux is his dad, and he sort of forms a strong relationship with Phasma, who is very ambitious, and she makes it sure that he takes her under his wing, and they sort of negotiate. Now, the thing that bothers the person who's telling the story, the protagonist, who is a friend of the person being interrogated, Phasma turns out, even though she was sort of a co-head of her clan, she turns out to be really kind of ambitious, sort of at the expense of the other clan members. So we see that she's really all out for herself, which Brendel Hux, the General Hux, actually likes. He's like, well, there's an ambitious person. We need more of those in the First Order. So he sees her potential for a particular job when they get back rescued. Anyway, they go through a whole bunch of adventures in the desert and things like that, and they discover along the way sort of hints as to why the planet's dying. They encounter droids and other weird civilizations that are sort of trapped in the miasma of a dying planet on the way to the ship. The relationship with Cardinal is an interesting one. You'll notice the symmetry of the front and back book. Chrome, red, Cardinal, get it? And then everybody else. These two people basically. We find out that Phasma and Cardinal are both sort of trainers for the stormtroopers of the First Order. But it turns out that Cardinal used to train all of the kids, and then when Phasma came along, General Hux gave her the senior students and just had Cardinal training the little kids, and that created a disparity unto itself. And so Cardinal's mission is to sort of find dirt on Phasma that he can use against her. It's interesting. Even the person being interrogated, the resistance spy, is interesting. They're all interesting characters. So I think this is a good book. It's actually quite a page turner. I plowed through it pretty quick. That is not true of all books. So I recommend this one. I would say I'm going to even go out on a limb and compare it to another one. I recommend this book more than Canto Bight that I recently reviewed. So there you go. This is better written than Canto Bight, which was written by many people. This is written by one. I don't know who Delilah Dawson is, but she's good. So I recommend this book, especially if you like Star Wars. And I'm not going to tell you any more plot things, just that you should read it and go Star Wars. And as with all Billy's books, if you can't do, review.